welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. My name's Rebecca. It's nice to meet ya. The day has finally come. Sunrise on the reaping is here. Today's actually the 19th. I didn't get this until about 7 p.m. last night, and I didn't want to start it because 1, I'm sick and I was really tired, and 2, I knew I wasn't going to be able to sleep until I finished this, so I figured I'd wait till today and then we could do a little reading vlog together. This is my most anticipated book ever. Like, I'm a Haymitch girly through and through. Like, the most feral Haymitch fan to ever exist. So this is everything to me. Like, also, I don't have my dust cover on. It's an Indigo exclusive. I don't really know what that means, but we got her. She's gorgeous. She's beautiful. I just love Suzanne Collins as an author. I think she's such a beautiful writer. And I also love that she doesn't just put out these books to make money. Like, she could make so much money putting out various different versions of these books, like just popping them out and everybody would eat them up. But she only writes them when she has something to say. And I love that from her. So obviously we got a snippet of the first little part of the book a little while ago, so we know that Reaping Day is Haymitch's birthday, and we got to meet some of his siblings and his family, and we just got to get a little insight into what the book is going to be like, and it literally made me want to die. And then of course we also have the information we got from the previous books about what Haymitch's games were like, so I'm so excited to get into this and see what it's like. She also added a bunch of quotes at the beginning of the book, and I just love her. I love her so much. I think these quotes are so important in today's political climate and like everything that's happening in the world right now. I just love how I just love her. I love her. I love her. Anyways, I can't go a single second longer without starting this book, so let's get into it. Also, I forgot to mention this video is gonna have spoilers, so if you haven't read this book and you plan on, or you don't want to know anything that happens in it yet, come back to this after you read it. Y'all, I fully lied to your faces. It's 2 hours after I filmed that first clip and I literally haven't picked the book up. Honestly, after I filmed that first clip, I started getting so tired and I just didn't feel good, so I was laying down for a bit. But I had some food, I rested, we're all rejuvenated, and we're ready to go. Okay, y'all, let's get into it. And though I'm not a drinker myself, her color, her bird, her name. It's a treat to hear her sing since she never does it in public. None of the covey do. I love you like all fire. Oh my god, they're picking Luella McCoy. 13. Maisie Donner. My eyes find Lenore Doves, and all I can think is, it's not you. At least not for another year. You're safe. Wyatt Callow. What number 2? Woodbine Chance? Huh? I can see Woodbine is a few rows ahead of me, projected up on the screen. He makes as if to follow Wyatt, but then his gray eyes flash defiantly and he whips around and sprints for an alley. His kinfolk shout encouragement and bodies instinctively block the peacekeepers. Just when I'm thinking he might make it, all those Chance kids running like greased lightning. A shot rings out from the Justice Building rooftop and the back of Woodbine's head explodes. No fucking way. I spy one of the incoming peacekeepers raising his rifle to knock her out. Stop, I leap in to shield her just in time to intercept the rifle butt that slams against my temple. Pain explodes in my head as jagged light cuts through the vision. I don't even make it to the ground before iron hands lock on my upper arms and haul me forward. Man was inches from the bricks. I'm dropped flat on my face before a pair of yellow boots. The tip of one lifts my chin before letting it bang back on the ground. Well, I think we just found our replacement. Oh my goodness, this is fucking insane. And even though it guts me, even though I smash my fists into the glass until they bruise, I'm grateful for her final gift, that she's denied Plutarch the chance to broadcast our farewell. The moment our hearts shattered, it belongs to us. Love Haymitch and Luella. That's such a cute duo. The way he calls her sweetheart. Their horse is going crazy right now. We're catapulted into the air. Next thing I know, I'm laying on the ground, my hand in a puddle of blood as the lights of the Capitol flash like fireflies above me. This is better, I tell myself. Better than dying in the arena. Better than weasels and starvation and swords. I'm embracing that when I realize the blood isn't mine, that fate isn't mine, and the tribute to escape the arena is Luella. Oh my gosh, she is 13. Maisley pulls off one of her necklaces, a heavy strand of beads woven into purple and yellow flowers. I was going to give her this for her token, so she'd have something from home. Thanks, she likes flowers. I can't speak of her in the past, not while she's warm and close. Y'all, I'm on chapter 7 and shit's going down so far. Like, it's intense. First of all, Haymitch wasn't even reaped. It was literally some other guy who tried to run and he got killed. And then Haymitch's girlfriend Lenore was trying to help the guy who got shot's mother. And the peacekeeper was like getting mad at her. So Haymitch went over to help her before he hit Lenore. And then they chose Haymitch instead to take his place. So then they all got on the train, whatever, they got there. So they went to do the ride in front of President Snow, and Luella ended up dying because their carriage went haywire. And then Haymitch was like running around with her body because he wanted to like stick it to the man. And then he laid her body down in front of President Snow. Then after that, they all went back, so they're back at their suite now. And then Wyrus shows up as their mentor. So they're like processing that, and he's like, I don't want this girl as my mentor. And then another woman shows up as their second mentor, and it's Max. Like, hello? Anyways, that's basically like the highlight reel of what has happened so far, but like this is so much worse than I thought it was gonna be. The shit poor Haymitch has gone through in his life, like, I can't imagine. Beatty? Beatty has to mentor his own kid. Oh gosh. No doubt you're wondering why I'm here, Haymitch. Beatty removes his glasses and polishes them on his shirt. It's because I'm being punished for coming up with a plan to sabotage the Capitol's communication system. I'm too valuable to kill, but my son is disposable. It seems the president had second thoughts about your performance. Oh shit. I love Haymitch. Oh my gosh. Snow is talking to Haymitch about Lenore, and he's like she's delightful to look at. Swishes around in bright colors and sings like a mockingjay. You love her, and know how she seems to love you, except sometimes you wonder because her plans don't include you at all. What? He says, hide and seek is over. You can join us now. And then Haymitch says, who is he summoning? My torturers brought in to reinforce his threat? And Snow says, so no more unauthorized chariot rides, I think. No mocking me on or off camera, he continues. And I have a belated birthday gift for you. I wanted it treated with the gratitude it deserves. He inclines his head in the direction of the conservatory. Standing in the doorway is Luella McCoy. What? Part 2? The Rascal? Haymitch says, I understand now. The people who saw the crash in person will be told Luella recovered. The parade master has been killed for his incompetence, poisoned by a plate of oysters that Snow somehow survived, and it is up to me and fake Luella here to cover the worst casualty of the evening. On a scale from 1 to 12, the careers mostly land in 8 to 11 range, with the exception of District 11 who bring in similar numbers. The newcomers generally manage between 4 and 7, where Anna's last. Maisley and Wyatt each get a 6, Lulu pulls a 3, and me, I get a 1. Okay, I'm on chapter 12. This shit is insane. Like, this book is so good. So they brought in the fake Luella. They're all like, okay, like, let's not say anything around her because they can probably hear us. So she's kind of just like a robot. She doesn't really know what's going on or what's happening. And so they were all sleeping in the room together because Maisley didn't want to sleep alone with her. They were practicing their watches for the Hunger Games, and Haymitch is the one taking watch, and then the power goes out and somebody was knocking at the door. So he goes out and Beatty's there. And Beatty's basically like, are you serious about trying to break the Hunger Games? And Haymitch is like, yeah. So they're like discussing a plan of how Haymitch can go underground and flood the arena, which is insane. And then they meet up with Wyrus and they're like, okay, the power's gonna come back on soon, like, you gotta go. Anyway, so then they went to the training thing. They got District 9 to join them. And then Haymitch scored a 1. Their stylist didn't show up. He's like getting sick in his dressing room or something. So their prep team called her older sister, and it's Effie. Okay, I just got to chapter 15. I'm on page 205. So Plutarch is a part of this plan that Beatty and Haymitch and Wyrus have going. He like pulled Haymitch aside and was talking to him about it, and he let Haymitch have a phone call with Lenore so they got to talk and say goodbye and stuff because she got arrested. It's the morning of the games now, so the fact that Effie's the one who's putting Haymitch into the games makes me sick. It's currently the second day. Haymitch is still alive. I think 27 tributes are left. Technically 26 because fake Luella just died. She was over like smelling some plants, and whatever machine the gamekeepers had on her, they were like messing with her. So Haymitch hauled it off her chest and she died. Okay, I'm officially on chapter 22. I have just under 100 pages left and there's only 5 people left. So Haymitch ended up going down to the water tub. He met up with Ampert, I think his name was, Beatty's kid. And they opened the gates, they went down, they exploded it. But when Haymitch got back up, Ampert was eaten by mutts. So all the water that got loose was causing malfunctions in the arena. They just kind of ended up like not mattering. So then Haymitch was like, okay, like, I have nothing left to do. Let me go try and meet up with some people. So he was trying to go meet up with some people, and he ran into this maze, and whilst he was in it, he got attacked by this career pack. He ended up killing 2 of them, and then he was fighting with Panch, and Maisley came up behind and killed him. So she saved Haymitch's life, and then they were working together, and there was another mutt as a big porcupine, and that just killed a couple more people. So now there's only the 5 of them left. Maisley's talking about her grandmother, and she says she used to say, if I was afraid, it's okay, Maisley. Nothing they can take from you is ever worth keeping. And he says, I know that song. Lenore Dove sings it. It's a song. Maisley smiles. Well, your gal's full of surprises. Guess she got the jump on us after all. They just reached the edge of the arena. Not Maisley. I'm so confused because I thought Maisley was the one who was last alive with Haymitch. So now I'm curious how this is about to end. Oh. I love that Suzanne Collins always gives the careers a moment of like humanity, just to show you they're just kids like everybody else. It's so beautiful. Oh, Silka killed Welly. Him and Silka are at the edge of the cliff. He said she threw the axe and he fell. He said, that's when I remember the force field and what happens to dropped objects. I watch breathless for what the love of my life would call poetic justice. He threw a bomb down onto the generator. He woke up after the games and he's back in the apartment. And he said, the television glows on screen. A girl in a rainbow of ruffles sings a familiar tune with unfamiliar words. It's sooner than later that I'm 6 feet under. It's sooner than later that you'll be alone. So who will you turn to tomorrow, I wonder? For when the bell rings, lover, you're on your own. A covey girl for sure, but not mine. Oh, Lenore Dove, what have I done to you? How will you pay for my surviving the Hunger Games? I crane my neck trying to find my mentors. Finally, Mags arrives in a wheelchair, while a still mobile but distressed Wiress twitches her head about in a bird-like fashion, a steady stream of words spouting from her lips. Very bad things have been done to them. Mag spots me and tries to rise before she's shoved back in her chair. No reunion for us. The recap was all bullshit, obviously, because the Capitol wants to make Haymitch look like an asshole, of course. And now they have him stuck in a cage at the after party. Like, my heart skips a few beats, and fool that I am, tendrils of hope force their way up through the dirt of my despair. Could it be that within the hour I might feel Mom's arms around me, ruffle Sid's hair, strip off Great Uncle Silas's dead man's clothes, and pull on a pair of flour sack shorts? Could Lenore Dove be freed? Are the sweet moments of my precious life, always taken for granted before the games, once more in reach? Can there be happiness again for a miserable wretch like myself? Oh, they burned his family alive. Oh. She said he's with Luella's mom, and she said it was our boy Kason who spotted it coming home from his ramblings. The house was already aflame, he shouted to raise the dead. We all started in with the water, but the pump's slow and your cistern's dry. I'm the reason that cistern's dry. Outside, a plain pine box awaits. They had a hold of each other, Mr. McCoy says. Thought we'd let them stay that way. Ma and Sid clinging to each other for eternity. Oh my god. There's 5 graves, and he said who's the 5th one for. They said Jethro Callow hung himself yesterday when his boy returned, couldn't bear the shame. A Booker boy's death. Oh no. No, no, no. It said, the unforgiving songbird, repeatedly reminding me of President Snow's crystal clear message to me on my homecoming, that I will never get to love anyone ever again, nevermore, because he will make sure they end up dying a horrible death. And so I drive away anyone and everyone who could have ever been considered dear to me. I lie on her grave and remain there as night falls, dawn breaks, and blackness descends again. I tell her everything and beg her to return to me, to wait for me, to forgive me for all the ways in which I have failed. Tough and smart, her hair in 2 braids then, reminding me for all the world of Luella McCoy, my sweetheart of old. And after she volunteered for the games, that nickname couldn't help but slip out. I didn't want to let them in, her and Peta, but the walls of a person's heart are not impregnable, not if they have ever known love. Holy shit. I'm done. I don't even have any words. I hate Snow. I hate him. I hate him. I hate him. I hate him. Haymitch went through so much shit. Okay, y'all, it's the next day. That book emotionally destroyed me. Like, I knew it was gonna be so sad and so terrible and so hard to read, but like, that was so sad and so terrible and so hard to read. I don't think Suzanne Collins could write anything that I wouldn't love it. Like, she's just such a good author, and these books are so good. The Hunger Games series is literally everything to me. Like, since I was like a kid in elementary school, like, I love her. But honestly, I think that's one of my favorite books in the series. I think it's definitely above Mockingjay and The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes, at least. I'm not really sure about the first 2, because I mean, but yeah, I gave it a 5 stars. I've given every book in the series a 5 stars. I'm obsessed. But anyways, yeah, thank you so much for reading with me, and I hope you liked the video. Until next time.